And I don't know if you remember Post Malone. Obviously, it was packed
Yeah.
in on the grass. It might have been 5 times worse at the Luke Bryan concert. I don't think they have a cap on how many people can go in there. I've never seen it so packed. I mean, this is my second time, but it
You're kidding
was,
me.
dude, it was so packed. It was like my worst nightmare. Like you're trying to find a spot on the grass. We lost half our group. I mean, we had a big group, about 15 of us, and we're trying to squeeze through the crowd. Finally, like we just had to keep calling people, like trying to find a spot, and it took us a good 15 minutes just to find a spot. We
Wow.
lost people. It's packed. I mean, obviously, there's adults sitting in chairs because they don't know what they just got themselves into. There's
Yeah.
people just sitting down on the ground on chairs. But I mean, I you couldn't move. I mean, it was literally like the worst bar you've ever been to. Like, picture the most packed bar you've ever been to, kind of like add 100 people, and then it's just.
Wow.
I mean, it was terrible, and it was set up differently, I think, than Post Malone because I remember there being porta potties up top, on top
Yeah.
of the hill.
Yeah.
I walked up there with another kid, lost him. And also, there were no porta potties up there. There was just people waiting online for the bars and then their buddies blocking them. And they were just peeing on the fence, like up on top of the hill. Like this was my Woodstock.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Two Man Podcast. I'm Carl with my co-host Tyler Garnett. We got a great episode for you guys. Tyler, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great on this fine morning. Both me and Carl are running on coffee and fumes. So we hope you
Yes.
guys enjoy what we have in store. We have a lot to catch up on for sure.
Lots to catch up on. We might not even have enough time for all this, but fuck it, we're gonna try.
Yeah, exactly. And sorry we missed last week, but we will explain that all in the podcast and actually have some fun things to talk about. Last week, Carl went away, so that's gonna be one of the first things we talk about. He went away with my sister Jill and our friend Courtney to Florida to see a concert. He'll talk more about. I also saw a concert last Saturday, that I'll have to tell you all the adventures about. Two man, two concerts. And then we have some movie reviews to catch up on, movies we've been talking about on this podcast for months leading up to it. We have Superman and the Fantastic Four. We'll give all our thoughts, feelings, ratings on those. And then also a show that came out from Marvel a few months back that me and Carl finally both watched is Ironheart. So we're going to give a full review on that. Then we got to get into our lovely sports segments. I don't know how lovely it is, but we will be doing a little MLB post deadline updates for both New York teams. And, by Carl's reaction, shaking his head, it's not
Not
going great.
excited.
Not
Not
going
excited.
great. Then we'll switch to something a little more exciting for now, which is fantasy football is right around the corner. College and NFL is coming up. And then, as always, we will end with a game that we actually just played a couple weeks ago. And I think we had a lot of fun doing that. So, Carl, without further ado, how was Florida?
Um, Dude, Florida was good. It's really great just like how, you can hop on a plane and be like all the way down in Florida in just a few short hours.
Yeah.
Um, we speaking of flights, we did have some crazy trouble
Hmm.
with that. Kind of just go through that real quick. Yeah, so basically on the way there, never happened to me before through TSA at JFK. The gate was basically the gate to get through JFK was so packed that they reverted like the end of the line all the way down like three flights to another security gate,
Oh my gosh.
which like I've never had that happen to me before. So
Yeah.
like we had to follow like it was like basically I felt like it was back in middle school. You had to follow the teacher like all the way through the hallway. And like basically it's just like a bunch of us like little ducklings just following like a horde of people just following this one lady all the way down to a different security gate.
Sure.
And I'm like, are we even gonna get on the flight? And definitely Jill was pissed at me because, we're cutting it really close to get onto the flight.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't my fault that, security just decided to take so long, but, Jill
Yeah.
just looked pissed at me the whole time. And it was crazy. We basically barely got on the flight. The flight was supposed to take off at 7:10. We like boarded at like 6:50, which is like honestly the latest that I ever walk on a plane.
Yeah, I'd say, yeah.
Like it was definitely like we were the last people on the plane. But
Mm.
then it took them 40 minutes to um basically reroute our flight because it was like crazy weather.
Hmm.
But once that happened, it was fine. We landed in Florida. We met up with Courtney. We rented a Jeep Wrangler, which is
That
pretty
was really
cool.
cool. I FaceTimed you
Yeah.
guys when you were down there. That's the perfect Florida experiences,
Yeah.
with the
I wanted
Jeep.
to try and take off the roof, but Courtney and Jill were against it. They're like, no.
Yeah, well, it rained a couple of days too, right? Or at least one
It
of the days.
Yeah, I think it rained both days we were there,
Uh-huh.
but it like rained very sporadically. It was like for like only like a half hour each time it rained.
Gotcha. But it's not like one of those like the convertible where it does it automatically. So you have to actually
No.
take it off, right? That stinks.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
a
and it was a hard top. So like I would have had to
ah
like figure out how to like basically clip it off.
yeah, gotcha.
And I was like, I'm not breaking this shit. Like I don't
No,
want to do
no,
that.
no, of course. But
Like,
it would have
no.
been cool. Would have been cool.
No, it would have been cool. It would have been a cool experience. But we decided against it. But it was still fun just driving it around.
Nice.
We saw some we went on like a alligator boat ride. It was like an airboat.
Yeah,
I got to hold the little baby alligator at the end, which was really cool.
that's cute.
His name is Tubbs.
Tubbs.
Great name.
That is a
Great
great
name.
name.
Yeah. And then we went back to Courtney's condo, super nice. And then we went out to a nice Italian restaurant. Tyler, you would be proud of me about this one.
Yeah.
I got this limoncello margarita, right?
Whoa.
And the glass had a bunch of like lemons on it.
Nice.
So I really wanted it.
Oh boy.
And you can infer on what you think of after that.
My guess is it's no longer in Florida.
Um,
I'm picking up what you're putting
you're
down.
picking up what I'm putting
I
down,
am very
but it,
nice.
it was a very classy cup, and the
Yeah.
the Italian food was great. We all got like pasta, different types of pasta.
Nice.
It was honestly some really good Italian food. I haven't had some that I know my mom's Italian, but that Italian pasta was quite yummy if I do say so
Really
myself.
can't beat it. One of the best cuisines for sure.
It really is. It really is. I don't really know what like could top it, honestly. Maybe Mexican. It's like
Yeah, I would say Mexican and Italian are like 1A, 1B. You could go
yeah,
either way.
legitimately. They're so great. But yeah, and then the next day we kind of went to this nice little beach, kind of drove around, went to like some knickknack shops for the girls to buy some stuff.
Nice.
And then we went to a Riley Green and Ella Langley concert at Hertz Arena.
Nice.
And it was cool. It was a nice like intimate venue.
Yeah.
Was like super like small. Um we were not like super far back, but we were like straight. We had like a straight on view, which was nice. And like we were only 4 rows back from our section, so it was
Oh
like
wow.
super close. Like again, it's like an arena, so it's not like a massive. I guess I didn't feel like it's not as big as MSG. I think it only fit like 8,000 people.
Gotcha.
So the experience of just being like so close to like the performers and just
Hmm.
like the intimate setting was really cool. And both like Ella Langley and Riley Green were awesome. They put on a great show. And then next morning we had to be up super early because our flight was supposed to be at 6 a.m.
Yeah, that's
So we
wild.
got back from the concert at 1 a.m. We slept for like 2 hours, left for the airport because it was an hour from
Oh
Courtney's
my,
condo.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we left at like 3 o'clock to get there around like 4:30 ish.
Yeah.
And we get there and it's 5 o'clock. I just got a bacon, egg, and cheese, and Courtney goes, "I'm so sorry, your flight got delayed." And I go, "You're lying. I don't believe you."
Yeah.
Got delayed first 2 hours, and then it
Jesus.
got delayed 8 hours.
Oh my
It's
God.
we were there from
Dude.
5 a.m. and then we didn't board until 12:35,
Oh
and the
my.
flight didn't take off until like 1:10.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
That's a nightmare.
I've never been delayed that before. It
Yeah.
was honestly exactly what you said, a fucking nightmare. Like a
Yeah.
fucking nightmare.
And
And I was getting testy too. Like I never like really get mad at people for something like that.
yeah.
I was an asshole and I apologize to the JetBlue workers because I was definitely screaming at them like give me my money back, like this is bullshit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um and
And they're just in there like, this is Mother Nature. This ain't us, so this is the plane.
Yeah, no, I honestly think I saw something online. I think it was because they didn't have enough flight attendants. Because this was the fucked up part. They said it was something wrong with the plane. Like the
Uh-huh.
plane was unflyable. That's what they
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
We're looking at the plane parked in the gate. You can see outside the window.
Yeah.
Sat there for 8 hours. They said that they were bringing a plane from New York to Florida to then fly us from Florida to New York.
Sure.
So if that was the case and didn't leave our gate, we still boarded off of the same gate.
Sure.
The plane that we couldn't fly would have had to move, no, for the other plane to come in,
Yeah, I mean, I would think so, unless they have some
right?
magic. Yeah.
I'm no airline, aficionado,
Yeah.
but I would assume that's what has to happen.
I would have to assume the same thing.
We ended up getting back on that same plane.
Really?
That plane never left.
Interesting. So yeah, maybe they just didn't have flight attendants or pilots. I feel like that's been
Yeah,
what I've been seeing a lot in the news is like planes have been delayed because of those exact reasons. So you might be onto something there,
exactly.
investigator Carl, because if that plane didn't move and you got on the same one,
And I still got back to New York. I don't know what's
exactly, that's the
happening.
craziest thing. But oh my God, I wish. I'm sure you probably wish that they told you before you left, so maybe you could have not hung out in the airport for 8 hours. Because what did you even
No,
do?
100%. Like we literally sat there. I slept,
Yeah, that's good at least.
got food.
Yeah.
Uh, your Jill's like Jill said your like parents' friends were also on the flight, so they talked with us for like an hour.
Oh yeah, Jill was telling me that. That's
Yeah.
nice.
So it was cool. We talked to them for a little bit. He gave me some free cinnamon bread. Shit was fire.
That's delicious. Well, that
He
makes it
said,
fun.
yeah, he said your guys like your parents' mutual friend Irene made the cinnamon cake.
Ooh,
And I
okay.
wasn't hungry, but he was
Yeah.
like, you have to try it.
Yeah, yeah,
And he gave
yeah.
me like this massive piece. It was like this big. And I'm like, all right. And it was so good, dude. Like, genuinely, it was so fantastic. I had like the whole thing.
Yeah, I'm sure it was like 95% being nice and 5% like I will eat this whole thing if no one else does. Please eat this for me.
I think it was a little bit of both.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah.
a little bit of both.
That's
Oh,
crazy. Yeah. And I
yeah.
know just like a 3-day trip to Florida, like you said, it's quick, it's nice, but
Yeah.
that's with delays, that's hell. That sounds like
Nah,
a nightmare.
it was definitely a nightmare, man. I mean, like having like just a shit like experience both ways really sucked. Really
Yeah,
sucked.
yeah. No, I've when I flew recently in May, luckily we were delayed there by I think 2 or 3 hours, so that
Yeah.
wasn't terrible. But yeah, I hear people like you said, 8 hours, and the only thing probably worse than that is if you were stuck on the plane for those like 8 hours.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That would have been terrible. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad to see it was a good time. I talked to you guys once. It looked beautiful. Concert looked like you guys had good seats and everything. So, it seemed besides just the flights there and back, it was a pretty successful trip.
Yeah, man, definitely successful trip. And again, the concert was great.
Nice.
I just love country music, man. It just keep looking to find different country artists to go see now because I'm just like I got that fever. I want to go see it so much. I got that itch.
Yeah,
Gotta
concerts in
go.
general are definitely great, and especially country concerts are more chill and a good time. I mean, we've been to our
Yeah.
Travis Scotts and Drakes and stuff like that. That's
Yeah,
hype. That's
we get
exciting.
so hype. Yeah,
It
we get
is,
so hyped
but
for
I
those.
feel like nothing better than in the summer, just a nice country concert, whether you
Yeah.
know them or not.
No, definitely. It was cool. Definitely like some weird, like a weirder crowd. It was my first time going to a concert like in another, I guess, state like that wasn't in the Northeast.
Yeah.
Like they just like didn't tailgate at all or anything either. It was
Really? I would
weird.
think
Yeah.
Florida would be crazy and have a huge tailgate down there.
Dude, like we opened up the back of the Jeep. We were
Yeah?
drinking. I packed a cooler, so we started drinking a little bit, and everybody literally immediately parking, getting out of their cars,
And just going right in?
walking right into the stadium.
Really? Wow, that's surprising to see because obviously Florida is just one of those destinations you go to for spring break because
Yeah.
there's just always a party. So I would have thought the opposite. I would have thought everyone's tailgating.
I was so confused, like so confused. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah,
whatever.
fine. More for us. More drinks for us.
No, seriously, I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, that's weird. Because I think that's one of the best parts of the concert, just a little pre-game tailgate.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Because, yeah, that's where, last Saturday, I ended up going to Luke Bryan in
Yeah.
Connecticut. He was playing at the Xfinity Center, and me and Taylor's plan was to just go to the tailgate because the tickets kind of rose. And for all our Connecticut listeners or anyone who's been to the Xfinity Center in Hartford, obviously there's seats by the stage, but then there's also lawn seats. You can bring a chair, usually pretty cheaper and stuff. But I think we procrastinated a little bit. The tickets rose to like $100 on the grass, and it's like I
Yeah.
don't really know Luke Bryan. And
Yeah.
then day of, we're like maybe they'll drop. They shot up to like 175. And if
Ooh.
you and when we saw Post Malone, it was like $80 on the lawn, and that's Post
Yeah.
Malone, who I thought was bigger than Luke Bryan in terms of prices, and this was pre-country posty too. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, so me and Taylor were like chilling after we hung out with her parents, and we were like trying to listen to some Luke Bryan songs, and we were like, "Oh, this is a good one. Oh yeah, I know this one. This one sounds good. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, this one sounds good too." And we're like, "Oh man, did we mess up? Should we have bought tickets?" So we're like, you know what? We're going to the tailgate anyway. If they drop, we will go in. So, we get to the tailgate. It's kind of crazy there. We meet up with our friends, Josh and Jamie. Josh's sisters were there, some other mutual friends that I know. And we had a good time. The people next to us were really nice too. This guy, great first name, Tyler also.
Oh,
He had a little
oh,
grill on the back of his truck, so he was making us
that's
food.
awesome.
He had a table for flip cups. So, yeah, we were tailgating like crazy.
Damn.
Dude,
You guys had a complete 180
a
tailgate
complete
experience.
180. The
That's
Northeast, I guess,
crazy.
does tailgates better. I mean, yeah, we did flip cup tournaments. We were making it fun. I mean, we probably played for like an hour and a half. At least that's how long I was there. I
Yeah.
think Jamie and Josh got there about 30 minutes ahead of us with everyone else. Yeah, so we played that. And I think the funniest story is so I go to wait on the porta potty line, which is obviously long, and there's only two porta potties in our section, and the only people in front of us were like girls, all going in groups. So I'm like, this is gonna take even longer because obviously it's a harder process
Yeah.
for the girls to use the porta potty than a guy. And I'm standing online, and I think I've told this story on the podcast, but the abridged version is I have gotten a ticket before for public urination. Unfortunately, back in Patchogue years ago, had to pay $500, go to court. So obviously, I do not pee in public anymore. So I'm standing
Anymore.
online
Anymore.
anymore. So I'm standing online talking to this other dude, telling him the story. Like, yeah, man, I went into this alley. Cops followed me as I'm peeing. They got me. Obviously, there's nothing I could do. So
They got me.
I was
They
like,
got me.
I'm not peeing in public. And he's like, dude, I feel you. That's kind of why I'm here. I've never gotten in trouble, but I don't want that to happen. So me and him are just kind of talking, standing online. And these two cops roll up in like a golf cart online, and they look at me and this other guy, and they go, "What are you guys doing?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He said, "What are you waiting for?" I said, "The bathroom." He said, "Why are you waiting here? Just go pee in the woods." And I went, "What? I don't want to get a ticket." He's like, "I'm not ticketing you. Go. Everyone else is peeing in the woods. Why don't you just do that?" And I went, "That's all I needed to hear, sir." And sure enough, I walk in the woods. There's like 50 people just all peeing in different areas of the woods. I'm like, bro, are you kidding me?
Wait, that's amazing.
I was like, why couldn't Long Island be this chill? Why do I have to pay $500 to Patchogue? God damn it.
Dude.
Dude, I couldn't believe
Oh,
it.
wait, that is actually so great.
Like,
The fact that the cop is like, dude, you idiot, go fucking pee over
yeah, he
there.
was like, it was just two guy cops, and they're like, what do you, just the fact that he was like, what the hell are you guys doing waiting online? And it's like, what do you mean? We're waiting to pee. We don't want, I literally told him I don't want to get a ticket. He said, I'm not ticketing you. Like, we're not ticketing. I was just like,
Dude, imagine he goes, I'm not gonna ticket you. You go pee, he taps on your shoulder, he
that.
goes, please give me your license and registration.
I thought that a little bit, and I was like, if this guy got me, I mean, I have to tip my cap. Obviously, there's nothing I can do. He's a cop, but that would have been the most annoying move ever
I
pulled
think I
off.
I think I would have been so aggravated, but
I,
like also would have been like, damn,
yeah, like you got me. But
touche.
it's funny because like I know anything can really go at a tailgate for the most part. Obviously,
Yeah,
like drink in public, pee in public.
burn a
People,
table, jump through it.
exactly. As long as you
Yeah,
do anything that's not like disturbing other people or actually vandalizing cars or other things, like it can all go. But I was still like, I'm not gonna go pee in the woods. Like you guys are obviously gonna follow me, and no, everyone was in there. It was honestly hard finding a spot to pee.
That's
because everyone
crazy.
was just like in these little alcoves. But yeah, so that was the fun story. And then eventually the tickets dropped, so we ended up going in. And I don't know if you remember Post Malone. Obviously, it was packed
Yeah.
in on the grass. It might have been 5 times worse at the Luke Bryan concert. I don't think they have a cap on how many people can go in there. I've never seen it so packed. I mean, this is my second time, but it
You're kidding
was,
me.
dude, it was so packed. It was like my worst nightmare. Like you're trying to find a spot on the grass. We lost half our group. I mean, we had a big group, about 15 of us, and we're trying to squeeze through the crowd. Finally, like we just had to keep calling people, like trying to find a spot, and it took us a good 15 minutes just to find a spot. We
Wow.
lost people. It's packed. I mean, obviously, there's adults sitting in chairs because they don't know what they just got themselves into. There's
Yeah.
people just sitting down on the ground on chairs. But I mean, I you couldn't move. I mean, it was literally like the worst bar you've ever been to. Like, picture the most packed bar you've ever been to, kind of like add 100 people, and then it's just.
Wow.
I mean, it was terrible, and it was set up differently, I think, than Post Malone because I remember there being porta potties up top, on top
Yeah.
of the hill.
Yeah.
I walked up there with another kid, lost him. And also, there were no porta potties up there. There was just people waiting online for the bars and then their buddies blocking them. And they were just peeing on the fence, like up on top of the hill. Like this was my Woodstock. It was the craziest, disgusting thing I've ever seen. I was like, I can't even, I'm walking in piss. I can't find somewhere to piss. And now I have to walk back down the stairs next to the stage, pee, and then come all the way back and try and find the people on the lawn. Like it
You didn't
was
have enough. You
crazy.
didn't have enough people to block you to piss.
No,
You
because
had
I
to
lost
walk.
the other kid I was with too. So then I came back and they were like, yo,
Oh.
where is he? I was like, he's Hartford's problem now. I have no idea where he went, bro. And they all looked concerned. I was like, nah, I'm just kidding. But I don't know. I don't know. He's
It's
lost.
hard for its problem
Dude,
now.
and it was just crazy. Like it was a nice night. He was great. We stayed for pretty much the entire show. Like we stayed for a few hours, but
Yeah.
me and Taylor Ubered there, and we're like, we have to get out of here. And calling an Uber once the show ends going to be hell. So we left about 20 minutes early.
Wow.
Called an Uber and got out of there. But yeah, I was telling her the stories. I was like, dude, I went up there, got people just peeing on the fence. It was just packed. But besides that, it was a great time. But I think that could be my last time going on the lawn. I like an outdoor venue, but
Yeah.
that was crazy. I saw a bunch of TikToks were popping on my feed too of people saying like, "Was anyone there last night?" Because that was crazy, and I was like, "Yeah, that was crazy."
Honestly, that's insane because like you said, like Luke Bryan is big. Like he is
Yes,
a bigger, but again, like I do feel like Post Malone would have drawn a bigger crowd. You think they
yeah,
had like less because like Post when we were at the Post Malone concert, they had a lot more people up front, I feel like they were packed more up front.
maybe, yeah, and
So like
well,
maybe they had like a bigger section for Post Malone up front as opposed to like the grass.
maybe, yeah. I don't know because the ticket prices were kind of similar. I mean, it was like maybe $50 more to sit in seats
Yeah.
for this, so it was like. It was just weird, and it's like, yeah, I don't think they cap it because I've never seen lawn seats be sold out. So I think they just sold it to everybody because it was. I
It's
mean, as soon
crazy.
as you got up the long stairs, I mean, it's such a long way to get up there. It's packed.
Yeah.
So it was definitely an experience.
That's
Um,
insane, dude.
yeah,
That
fun
is crazy.
experience. Had a great time, but that was just something I could not believe.
That is an insane experience, dude. That's insane.
Yeah, no, it
I
was.
really, I can't believe that. But at least Bryan was good. I mean, he's got some bops, bro.
He
He's been
really
around for a minute, you
He
know.
really does, and even songs I've never heard of before he was playing, and I was like, okay, this is actually really good. So yeah,
I think
he
that's
was fun.
like some of my favorite parts about going to a concert,
Yeah,
especially if it's like a guy who you're not like a diehard for.
yeah,
You would discover new music. I think
yeah,
that's like one of the coolest things.
yeah. No, totally. So it was, yeah, it was definitely worth it. I'd do it again if I had the opportunity. Um, but yeah, it was just it's always so funny when they're like shouting out the place you're at, and he's just like Hartford, Connecticut, how we doing? And it's just like I don't know, something about it is like it's Hartford, Connecticut. Like just hearing that and just knowing that like Hartford's a shitty place.
Yeah, it's not New York, you know. It's not
Exactly, yeah.
it's not like, hey, Long Island, New York. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like everyone's excited, But it's like I'm
Yeah,
like, dude, it's Hartford, Connecticut. Like that's just so funny that so many people like Lil Wayne was just there like 2 weeks ago.
that's insane.
Why is Lil Wayne going there? It's like
That's
why I
crazy.
don't understand. I get that it's a nice venue, but when you think about the logistics of it, it's like he's not staying in Hartford. He's probably gone as soon as his
He's
concert's
probably
over.
at New Haven.
Yeah, he's gone.
Not
So
even at New Haven. I don't know where they would be staying close to that.
New Haven be a little better. I mean,
I
it's not the
guess
nicest, but could be a little better.
he's staying in the dorm room at UConn, probably.
Yeah, or Yale or something.
Or yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that was my concert experience for sure. But
No, that's crazy. Good
yeah,
for you, man. Good for
yeah,
you though.
yeah. No, good for you too, man. I'm glad we had some good times. And kind of going into our next segment here, we have a bunch of reviews we've been meaning
Bunch
to
of
talk
reviews.
about. How about we start with actually the one we saw together? When I was
Yeah,
back on Long Island a couple weeks ago, me and Carl actually got the opportunity to see Superman. That was his second time, maybe
yeah.
third,
My
maybe
second time,
fifth.
nah.
Oh, second
Yeah,
time.
no, no.
Okay, and that was
Oh, blasphemy, blasphemy, blasphemy.
and that was
Love
my
the super.
first time seeing Superman. We saw it with Steve, and just I know it's been a couple weeks now, but how about you give a rating slash your review of what you thought of Superman?
Yeah, I'll give my rating and review. I mean, first off, I think James Gunn just doesn't miss. I saw
Hmm.
this on TikTok the other day, the Escape Pod were talking about if they agree or disagree if James Gunn is
I saw that.
um
Yeah,
the best comic book director of all time.
yeah,
And he's definitely in the conversation. I
yeah.
think he's on his way there. I think they came up with the point that it's obviously the Russo brothers. Like
Yes.
just every one of their movies is like a certified banger.
Yeah.
But James Gunn is definitely like second, if not like on his way to being number one.
I was about to say
Uh,
you definitely put him on Mount Rushmore right now, and then he could
yeah,
always move up.
he could always move up the rankings, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, no, James Gunn is honestly probably he just like knows like a good story to tell. And make you fall in love with characters in a very short amount of time.
Oh yeah.
I think out of 10, my rating was I gave this a pretty high rating. I would say it was like an 8.8 to an 8.9. I
Okay. Yeah.
really, I really genuinely enjoyed this movie, especially on my second watch. A lot of like the jokes hit a little bit funnier to me.
Yeah.
You're seeing a couple of things that you didn't see the first time around.
Yeah.
But I genuinely really liked Nicholas Holt's performance as Lex Luthor. He was just pure evil,
Unbelievable. Yeah.
unbelievable. And then just how great David Cornsweet was as Superman.
Yeah.
He really just like embodies Superman. And now that the movie's been out for a little bit, I've been seeing like, clips on Instagram and TikTok
Yeah.
of like behind the scenes footage. I actually saw one last night that really got to me was it was James Gunn and David Cornsweet on set, like
Hmm.
talking about the last scene. Also, spoilers, the movie's been out for 2 months now. So if you haven't seen it,
Yeah. You guys have to
like
see it.
that's on you. So spoilers beforehand. But the scene at the end where him and Lex Luthor kind of have like that back and forth together about like why like Lex hates him, and then for him to be like, I'm as human as anyone. Like you hate me because I'm an alien. Like, just kind of that whole like interaction. I saw like this quick little behind the scenes notion of like James and David Cornsweet like filming on set, arguing about how he should deliver that line, and just seeing how both of them really kind of, like care about the character that much was a really, really cool aspect to see.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just thought that, they embodied it. The movie was great. The visuals looked super cool. Just like you kind of got thrown into that world,
Yeah.
it wasn't an origin.
Yep.
But I felt like there was a lot of stuff going on, but it wasn't too much that drew you away from the main aspect of the movie.
Yeah.
Um, but I genuinely really liked it. I think it's gonna be a great start for the DCU if they end up, having a great movie in Supergirl next year. I think they're like on a really good pace.
Yeah.
But how about yourself? Your first watch, like, what did you think about it? Because I'm sure you tried to avoid spoilers as much as you could, So
Yeah.
what was your opinion of it?
Yeah, I avoided all the spoilers. And I thought it was a great movie too. I think we both talked about it, how I think we were both more excited for this movie than Fantastic Four, even
Yeah.
though we're big like Marvel heads. But
Yep.
James Gunn just directing anything is just nuts. To have him, you know, just start this new maybe potential DCU little universe is great. And I do like the skipping of the origin. You just get right into it. I mean,
Yeah.
he's thrown down in the ice. You get a good look of Crypto, and like you said, he just makes you fall in love with so many characters like immediately. Crypto, Superman,
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific was just a fantastic role that I had no idea
Yeah.
about. Lois Lane was great.
Yeah. He
Lois
killed
Lane's
it.
like even Lois Lane's everyone that worked at the paper was just great in the
Yep.
movie, and you can just tell how much Lex Luthor hated and wanted to defeat Superman, because he studied him for so many years, and
Crazy.
it was just nuts. It made you think like Superman is not going to win. How is he going to
Yeah.
win? And it has you on the edge of your seats at all times. It kind of goes so many different directions. They have what was it, Green Lantern? I don't want to mess it up.
Yeah. Green Lantern,
Yeah,
Hawkgirl, and Mr. Terrific on the Justice Gang.
that's what it's called, the Justice Gang. Like it was funny, but not over the top. Love and
Yeah.
Thunder funny. It was
Yes.
just
Yes.
like the
It was like the
perfect amount of
perfect
funny.
Guardians like level funny.
Yeah, so I had my rating for I said right in the eights as well. I had like an 8.5, 8.6. So
Yeah.
right below you. I only saw it once. I'd love to see it again. And I think a lot of people would enjoy it, even if you're not huge into Superman or superhero movies, um, because it's just good because you don't have to know anything. This is like an
Yeah.
origin story without an origin story, and then they set up a little Supergirl at the end too.
Which
So
was cool.
yeah, which is
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, it's
He
just
gets his like ass kicked, I feel like, for like 85% of the story
yes.
too.
Yeah, it's funny. One of our coworkers, Tyler, great first name,
Yep.
but had a
Yep.
horrible take.
Yeah.
He did not like the movie, which I think is the only
Horrible
person I
take.
ever heard. And when we're telling him and he's saying, "Well, Superman's getting his ass kicked the whole movie," you know,
I didn't have an argument against that.
you don't
I was
because
like,
he's Superman, he shouldn't, and we're trying to tell him it's like, well, there's a reason. I mean, this guy studied him. It's his clone. I mean, it's his clone
yeah,
with 85 guys working against him, and we're saying, we're like, well, what about the reveal at the end? He's like, well, I didn't last. Yeah, I left the movie halfway through. I To leave a movie halfway through, it has to be terrible. I did not think that movie was
it was
terrible
that.
enough to leave
No,
halfway through.
no,
How like he just
no.
didn't. I don't think he understood what was going on.
I think he's also was rage baiting us. He was like really trying to get us to like yell at him and be like, "What do you mean?" Blah, blah, blah. He was
Yeah.
definitely trying to rage bait us. No doubt in my mind.
He might have, because yeah, I just haven't seen anyone who hates that movie. So
No, not at all.
yeah,
I don't know how you could.
yeah,
I really don't.
I don't think so either. All right, and we're back. Sorry for the little delay. My apartment complex let me know as we're recording, of course, that the kitchen island that we've been asking about for the last month and a half is finally getting fixed. So I
Yeah.
will be attempting to stand in our lovely bedroom. Hopefully, you guys like what you see. But yeah, to get back to the
Kind of
Superman
some
content.
ASMR.
Is that what it sounds
Like
like? Does it
it
sound
kind of
bad?
sounds like I know I love it.
I just don't have anywhere else to sit. I don't want to lay on the bed.
I think it's because you're holding the microphone backwards again.
Is it? Is it backwards? No, this way sounds terrible.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either, but
I don't
I
know
guess I'll try and keep it a little
ASMR.
further away. I'll keep it like here. So, so hopefully the audio is not too bad. But hey, when you record on a Friday, this is what you got to do. So, um,
Oh boy, that's great. That's great.
yeah. But anyway, back to Superman. It was fantastic movie. Had a great time seeing it, and I'm excited for the next James Gunn project. I don't even know. Is there any talks of what that may be?
Yeah, so the next project is Peacemaker season 2, which comes out actually I think next week.
Nice.
So with John Cena, the man you can't see. So I don't know how we're gonna be able to watch that. Weird.
Kind
But
of weird.
anyway, yeah. So Peacemaker, and then the next movie isn't until next year, which is going to be Supergirl World of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
which will be cool. I mean, he's not directing it, but he like obviously, is overseeing it kind of like as the Kevin Feige like figure. He's like going to be a producer on the film.
Yeah,
Um, and then they have a couple other shows which I'm excited for that they're already in film for. Like they have the Green Lantern series,
nice.
which should be coming out sometime next year. I'm pretty sure they have another series also in the works. So DC definitely has some stuff, in the pipeline that I'm excited for.
Yeah, and not to get too much into it because I know we have other things to talk about, but I think the craziest report I saw was that they think that Supergirl is gonna outsell Spider-Man or like outperform.
Oh my God, let's fucking talk about this one, all right?
W-
That is insane that people would ever think that.
Well, it's insane for multiple things. Because one, why would people think that? It's nuts. And two,
Well, they're saying because Superman, I guess, it made more money, I think, than Fantastic Four. I think it ended up making more money at the box office.
yeah, I just don't understand how that's a report coming out when both movies are coming out next year. Like, how
Yeah.
can you even predict that? It's not like tickets are on sale. The only thing
Nope.
we've seen of Spider-Man is set photos. We've
Yeah.
seen Supergirl in now just this movie and like I'll call it a cut scene, if you will. I know it wasn't
Yeah.
officially, but so it's like that's just such a weird report to come out because, and also it's Superman. Like nothing against Supergirl, but it's Spider-Man. Like Spider-Man is just one of those superheroes that everyone grew up watching. It was like Superman, Batman,
Yeah.
Spider-Man. You know?
And like, and Spider-Man is one of those characters and one of those franchises
Yeah,
that everybody and their mother shows up to.
yeah,
Like, I'm pretty sure I don't think a Spider-Man movie has made it under $1 billion or like close to it.
yeah,
It just makes so much fucking money, Spider-Man movies. And the fact that they think Supergirl is gonna make more money is actually outrageous to me. Yeah, no, you're living in a parallel universe.
yeah.
You do not understand the power of Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just the only thing I wanted to talk about. That is like
Yeah.
it's just not going to happen. I mean, if it does, like that's fine. But I think it's just a crazy report to come out when both movies haven't been out for
Oh yeah. I mean, I
at
think both
all.
movies are gonna end up being great.
I think so too. But there's just no trailers, no nothing yet. So it's like so weird for that report to come out.
So strange. So strange. But I guess time will tell, man. Time will tell.
Time will tell. But yeah, to kind of go from DC to Marvel, little Fantastic
Yeah.
Four review now.
Yeah. How about
Another
you go
great
first? I went first on Superman. So
Sure, yeah. This was just another great movie, a movie that I wanted to avoid spoilers, so I actually saw it by myself. I recommend going to the movies by yourself. It's actually not as weird as you think.
no,
Um,
I don't think it is. It's definitely let's normalize going to the movie by yourself.
yeah, I mean, you don't talk to anyone anyway. So,
Yeah, no, exactly.
yeah, so I went and yeah, just I thought it was another great movie, another movie that skipped the origin story because everyone has tried to remake that movie.
Yeah.
So, at this point, you should know at least the story, which they honestly hint, and it makes the movie go along because you kind of get the origin story without getting the origin story.
Yep.
And I thought this was going to be a complete remake of like the first two movies combined, but
Yeah.
no, it had its own spin completely on it, and I thought it was great. All the characters were pretty cool. Obviously, you got Herbie behind you. That was another great side character.
Yeah, look at my guy, bro. That's my guy.
Yeah, he was really cool, and the the biggest scare I think was how's Galactus gonna look, but that was one of the coolest, most frightening villains I've ever seen in any of the movies. They nailed it.
Dude, he was just such a force, man. Like
Yeah,
he was so big.
yeah, he was so big. Silver Surfer was great. I think that's such an underrated character in any of the
Dude,
comics
yeah.
slash movies, because just the whole backstory and premise.
Her aura, just like
Yeah,
she surfed on lava, bro. Like what?
yeah, like
She was
they
she was surfing through hyperspace. Like
literally,
what are we
dude.
talking about?
Dude, literally having Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm saying like kill her because like
Yeah.
and just the whole thing with like her being pregnant, Franklin, all this like other backstory stuff, like it was really cool. I thought it felt like a quick movie that had a lot, but also not a lot at the same
Yeah.
time. Like it was weird. But yeah, I really would have loved to seen their plan work, to see Reed Richards' plan work at the end about
Yeah, me too,
transporting Earth
man.
into like another galaxy or whatever he wanted to do. Like
Yeah.
that would have been so sick. And my jaw literally dropped when it didn't work because it was like to get the whole world to agree with this plan, cut electricity, get all these supplies ready, like all this stuff. And then like it's about to work, the countdown. You have everybody in the world, on the radio, and all of a sudden she comes out of nowhere and she just starts knocking them down one by one. Wow.
Dude, and honestly, and like you said, like having the whole world work, in my mind, like when I'm watching that, I'm like, wow, this must be what world peace feels like. Like there's no
It
way
was the
that like
closest thing, yeah.
I was like, there's no way that in like the MC like our MCU, there's no way we would be able to do that. Like if the Avengers were like, okay, everybody, if you guys want to live, if you want to be Thanos, I need you guys to not go on your phones and do this, this, and
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Like, no, it would never happen.
No, it would never happen. So it was really cool. And honestly, the one thing I thought too was they kind of like, I don't want to say nerfed Reed Richards, but he didn't even seem like the smartest guy in the movie. I thought Johnny was smarter than him.
Dude,
I mean, he
yeah.
figured out the whole language and was
Yeah, that
able
was
to
crazy.
trap her right into Times Square and play it. Like, that was incredible. Reed Richards' big plan was to switch the babies as if
Yeah.
Galactus wasn't going to know that he switched the baby carriers. Like, that was just a crazy thing.
Dude, I gotta give my props to Joseph Quinn because I think we've talked about on this podcast and
Yeah.
I've talked like to other people about how the only casting I didn't really like get behind was that Joseph Quinn casting.
Yeah.
Um, did I just say questing?
I
I
mean,
don't
I
know what
didn't
the
hear
fuck.
it, but maybe
Oh,
you
well,
did.
well that Joseph Quinn casting was definitely my like one that I was skeptical before because I know this is such a shit thing to say about someone, but I didn't think he was hot enough to be Johnny Storm. You go from Chris Evans to
Sure.
like Joseph Quinn. I'm sorry, like
Sure.
no offense to you, Joseph Quinn. You did a great
Yeah.
job at the role, but
Yeah.
like Chris Evans just like charisma was just so amazing. But Joseph Quinn made me eat my words. Like
Yeah.
he was great in the role, and I honestly think he was probably my favorite out of the four from the whole movie.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Either him or Vanessa Kirby killed it too as Sue
Oh
Storm.
yeah.
I mean, she was great. I would have to say the one I didn't really love was Pedro Pascal. I don't know what it was.
Really?
Yeah, which is crazy because obviously he's great in
Yeah.
everything, and he's Pedro Pascal. But I don't know, I won't say I hated it, but I'm just like I don't know if this is Reed Richards. It's like
Yeah.
he's a great actor, but is this Reed Richards? I
No,
don't
that's
know,
fair.
something weird about it, but it's not going to stop me from saying it was an overall good movie.
Yeah, no, I genuinely really liked I really liked Pedro. I think they did a great job casting. I think just Marvel just doesn't miss with their casting. I don't think I've
Yeah.
ever watched a movie where I was like, I didn't fuck with like the guy who played that character. Like I think every single time that they cast someone, it's like
Mhm.
it makes sense. And once you see it onto the screen, I feel like the thing didn't really have much time, like
No.
screen time. So, but every single time, like on my second watch with you, or not with you, but when I saw it, for the second time, was every time that the thing was holding baby Franklin was just so wholesome to me. I
Yeah,
just
yeah.
loved every second of it. It was really, really cool. But yeah, I mean, kind of just to go back to it, I think that yeah, there wasn't a lot of action in the movie, but I
Hmm.
think my favorite sequence of the whole movie, I guess if that's the best way to describe it, was from the second that they like lifted off like to go find Galactus. So they put on the spacesuits,
Yeah.
and then the second they came back and landed and had that press conference.
Yeah.
I think that was like the best sequence that they had was the space. The space looked so dope. Like I,
Yeah.
I was like I feel like we're in Interstellar right now. I feel like we're like
Yeah.
watching something completely different, like not a
Yeah.
Marvel movie. And then like the conversation that they had with Galactus, like he just looked just massive
Yeah.
and just so scary. And then like that whole scene of them running away from Silver Surfer and then them trying to like calculate how they would be able to like get past the black hole was
Yeah.
just insane to me.
They made everyone so smart in this movie.
Yeah. So smart. Like Ben Grimm's like, dude, we're not gonna have enough power. Like we have to slingshot around the
Yeah.
fucking black hole. We have to
Yeah.
use the gravitational pull.
Yeah.
Like what?
I know. And then literally, yeah, having to trick Silver Surfer and getting in the black hole. And he's like, this will hold her off for a month. And it's
Yeah.
like insane. It's like, that's
Quick,
such a risk.
quick math. Quick
Yeah,
math.
quick math that you hope works because you have your whole team and your family. I mean, you have your
Yeah.
future kid. And it was so funny too, because I thought, why would you tell everybody what the bargain was? Like what Galactus was looking for?
Dude, that's what I'm
I would just
saying.
say we couldn't beat him, we're working on it. I wouldn't say he wants our kid. It's like, so what if he wants your kid?
I
Like,
think, but like, I feel like that like adds depth though,
yeah,
to Reed Richards' characters. Yes, he is the smartest person in the world,
yeah,
in the universe. But the thing about him is he can't lie. He couldn't
yeah,
lie. He's just
yeah,
like his like default is that he just needs to tell the truth. He could have easily been like, yeah, we don't know how to beat him, but we'll figure it out.
yeah. I know, and he was getting stressed at points. Hopefully, that's not too loud. I'm sure you can hear a little. They're drilling.
I
Hopefully,
don't know.
hopefully it works out well. I'm trusting
That's
them.
fine. They'll be fine.
Yeah,
Hopefully they don't steal anything. Maybe they just steal the whole island.
maybe I get out there. It's like, oh, let's see how it looks, and it's just not there. That would be tough. But
Tough.
yeah, no, it was cool. The characters, but I also thought we talked a little bit about it too. Just one of the last things we'll talk on this is kind of how they deleted Galactus. Is Sue Storm
Yeah,
was like the strongest superhero I've ever seen in my entire life.
I think that is my biggest gripe about the movie
Yeah,
was that it was kind of just like, okay, the four of us couldn't beat him, but now Vanessa Kirby, you just use one big force field and then die right after.
yeah, and yeah, die right after, and it's like, oh, Franklin's gonna bring me back to life, though. This kid that can't even hold his own head up, you know, is gonna do it. It's like the ending, and I know she used a lot of strength to push him in, and then obviously Silver Surfer delivered the final blow, coming out of
Yeah.
nowhere. I thought it was gonna be Johnny to sacrifice himself, so that was a twist I didn't see coming. But yeah, that was just it was just weird to just have her after the whole movie was creating two separate plans and none of those plans going right and it's just her. It's like why didn't we just start with that? You know?
Yeah.
But obviously I think the whole mom strength kind of played into that. So,
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess the argument is that like technically because she's a superhero or
mhm,
that if there's stories about how women, mothers specifically,
yeah.
create crazy tasks when they're under pressure, lifting cars to save their children, so I guess this is the superhero version. You just move a whole galactic world eater
Mhm.
away from your child when it's in danger. So
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. There was some funny scenes when the thing Ben Grimm was like, "Hey, look, it worked," and his hand just comes right back out of the portal and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it was entertaining for sure. If I had to
Or
give it a rating, I'd probably rate it a little lower than Superman.
yeah.
Probably go like 7, 9, 8 on the dot. Still
Yeah,
still a
not
very
fair.
good movie, but
I mean, not that's fair. That's fair.
yeah,
I said
yeah,
not fair, but yeah, that's fair.
yeah. What about you? Where would you rate it?
A little bit higher. I genuinely, I think I ended up enjoying this movie more than Superman.
Mm,
So I mean, I don't think I would have it in as high regards as Superman though.
yeah.
I think I just genuinely liked it more because
Hmm.
I just like Marvel more, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
I feel that.
and I just like these characters a little bit more. I mean, again, loved Superman, love James Gunn Vision, but I mean, just the nostalgia of just like the past Fantastic Fours. We like kind of grew up with them, even those original 2005 movies.
True.
So, um, I definitely would probably give it a little bit higher. I'll probably give it like an 8.5. So just under Superman. I think
Yeah.
that Superman might have been like the overall better movie, but I did
Hmm.
genuinely like watching Fantastic Four more
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah, because we're
But
just Marvel heads for sure, and obviously
Marvel
the
heads, man.
the cuts, the first mid credit scene. Uh,
Oh, yes. We would be fucking terrible if we didn't talk about this.
my God, there was two other people in the theater with me, and they stood up when the cut scene. Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm's looking around for the book, senses someone there with Franklin, turns, and you just see the side of what you know is Doctor Doom, whether it's
Holding the mask.
RDJ. Yeah, you just see
Yeah.
the mask, and you know it's
And then
Doctor
the
Doom.
baby touching his face.
Yeah, and it's like, what is going on? And it's such a simple cutscene, but I literally had chills and my jaw dropped, and the people behind us were standing clapping like, "Oh, now it's on, baby! Now it's on!" Because
Yeah.
like, all right, like we're approaching the next end game, if you will. Like we're getting
Yeah.
there, and
It's exciting, man, because I don't know how really else they're gonna build it up. I'm
Yeah,
excited to see what they're going to do. But I mean, I think that was like the perfect way to kind of tease it. And I think the Russo brothers are doing a great job because they filmed that on the Russo brothers set, and then they also filmed the Thunderbolts post credit scene on the Doomsday set. So both those post credit scenes were filmed by the Russo brothers. They're doing a great job teasing us, giving us
yeah,
like just the right amount where it's like not showing us. So I really hope that the first time that we do see Doctor Doom's face is in like either in the movie theater like the last time
yeah,
or like for the first time or in like the very last trailer like right before the movie comes out. Like
yeah.
I don't want really any crazy spoilers from this. Um
No,
but I think they did a really good job with it, and I'm excited to see what they do. I think he's going to end up taking Franklin.
he very well could. I know they kind of haven't revealed too much. I honestly wish it's is gonna sound crazy. I wish Doomsday was coming out a little later, like in a couple years, because
Yeah,
I feel like I want some more build up to this
yeah.
moment. Um, but it was crazy with Doom, and you know, we got like a year. I think next December, and there's not many projects left. I mean, I'm sure there'll be some cutscenes, but no direct movies
I
as
mean,
of right now.
the direct movie that leads before this is what we were talking about before is Brand New Day.
Yeah,
So I mean, again, we're seeing all these, set photos, and Spider-Man's suit looks fucking sick.
amazing,
Just
fantastic.
I think it's probably the best suit we've gotten in live action from him,
Yeah,
and just like the cool things of him, on the tank, just aura farming,
yeah,
swinging through the city practically.
yep, yep,
So fucking cool. But that's the last movie that we were going to get before Doomsday. And they're saying it's supposed to be grounded Spider-Man. Like
yeah,
it's not really supposed to set anything up.
yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they end up doing. I mean, I know we have a couple of like TV shows that are going to be before this, but I just don't think anything is really going to connect too crazily to this. So I don't know what they're going
No,
to do.
exactly. And it kind of threw us off. Usually, the things that connect movies are those mid-credit scenes, but the one at the end of the Thunderbolts, kind of had everyone thinking, "Oh, their world's going to be destroyed. Fantastic Four is going to
Yeah.
come to this new timeline." And I mean, we don't know if that's going to happen, but that's not what happened in this movie. I mean, they're
Yeah.
staying on their
No.
planet, defeating Galactus. So who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it just has like all these theories going through my head is like what is the end game of now, Doomsday going to be? You have all these characters
Yeah,
that are have to, come onto one planet. You did have, the Fantastic Four in their own completely separate universe. You have all the X-Men that you said are going to be in this movie. So like what's going to end up happening? Like where's everybody going to go? Because
yeah,
if you want them all to be on the same world, you can't let them coexist on separate Earths.
yeah,
Like that just doesn't make sense for a story aspect right now after the multiverse saga.
yeah,
So, you know, somebody's world's gonna die. And like one of the things about Fantastic Four was that like world was so visually pleasing. It looked fucking
yeah,
amazing,
yeah,
you know? But it would suck to see all those, that whole world die. It looks like, I really,
yeah.
even if it was just one movie, you kind of fell in love with like the whole aesthetic of the place.
I know, but I mean, also, I mean, there's rumors that they're gonna do another cast reveal come August 27th.
Yes, I did see that,
So
which is
that
sick.
that one, there was lots of questions of people who were left out from the first one. If that's true, I'll be excited to hopefully see some bigger names come reveal number two.
That would be hype.
Yeah.
That'd be hype. I just don't know who they're gonna put at the end because in the first one, at the end, the
Hmm.
biggest reveal, obviously, which we knew was gonna be Robert Downey Jr. I just don't know who would be like that big name at the end.
Josh Brolin, Thanos. You end it with another villain, and you go, "What the hell is this movie gonna be about now?" That's the only one I could think of,
Wow.
unless you do Chris Evans, even though it's kind of
Wow.
been spoiled now, or a lot of rumors coming out that he is in it. So
I mean, there's no way he's not gonna be in it.
exactly, exactly. So you
But you're right. Having that Josh Brolin one would, I think that would be insane.
that would be the only thing I think could come close to RDJ because you knew
Yeah.
RDJ was Doom,
Yeah.
and you know Josh Brolin, the only character he's been is
It's
Thanos.
Thanos.
So do you
That
bring
would
it
be
back?
crazy.
Yeah,
That would be crazy.
yeah,
Thanos and Doctor Doom team up.
yeah.
That that is an Avengers level threat.
Yeah, I won't talk
That
about. Yeah, that is. I mean, I won't
it is
talk about it on
Avengers
here.
level for that.
I've seen some rumors of Doomsday. I know we say we try to avoid them, but I've seen some rumors of what it could be about. But I mean, I'll wait
Yeah,
till any trailer to really dive into that. But could be cool.
that'd be cool. That'd be cool. We'll see what ends up happening, man. I'm super stoked with like the future of the MCU after this movie. It just sucks now we have to wait so long. I mean, the next movie isn't going to be until July of next year.
I know.
So we're under a year now. I mean, we're in August now.
True.
So 11 months away. But still,
Yeah,
it's a long time. It's a long
I
time
know.
to theorize and see set photos of Spider-Man,
Hmm.
you know. I'm sure more and more set photos are going to come out from Doomsday as we get closer.
Yeah,
So,
I think so. But we'll have some projects along the way, and kind of thinking of projects. I know I've we also wanted to talk a little Ironheart. I know weeks ago I gave like a non-spoiler review because you didn't get to see it yet. You've seen it now.
yes, I have.
Just like a quick little version, like what did you think of it?
I liked the first half of the episodes,
Yeah,
like the first three episodes. It was really getting me, and it lost me in the last three.
yeah,
It really
yeah,
did. I wasn't a huge fan of how it ended.
yeah,
I thought that like the whole reasoning for her like stealing and like money and stuff made no sense by the end.
yep,
Um, I didn't really like the whole thing they did at the end with killing spoilers by the way, killing the
yep,
AI
yep,
that like you spend all like the first half of the series trying to like justify why the AI is like her dead best friend, and then
yep,
you kill her off in like the last second to last episode before
yep,
the finale, and then just to bring her back in real life from her making the deal with Mephisto,
yeah,
you know. Yeah, so I really genuinely and I like pretty much everything Marvel puts out. I just get left a bad taste in my mouth
yeah.
with this show. I don't know
Y-
how did you feel about it at the end?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was higher on it
Yeah.
before you started watching it. And then once we kind of talked a little bit about it, I remembered more and more about it, and it kind of came down a couple notches. I think I went into it no expectation. Obviously, it got
Yeah.
better. And then now talking about it, it's kind of just been right in that little middle ground because, I mean, Kevin Feige came out recently and said like he talked about a lot of these plot holes that have been like cut scenes at end of movies
Yeah.
that have gone nowhere. And I feel like this is just going to be another example of it. I
Yeah.
mean, because I don't see Ironheart having any correlation or having any other impact before potentially being in Doomsday. Who knows? So it's like you introduce Mephisto finally. She's using magic. The Hood now is looking into this dark
Yeah, he's
magic.
back. Yeah, he's back
Yeah,
now.
and the friend is like, "Yeah, I'll help you out," as if she wasn't helping try and stop him. It's like, how do you not
Yeah.
know what he looks
How do you
like?
not know what he looks like?
Like, what are you talking about? It's 2025. Of course, you should know what he looks like. It's so easy to look
Yeah.
things up. Um, and just yeah, it was just a lot of weird moments. Like a lot of shows have had a great start to keep you invested, and then it just goes so crazy and so
Yeah.
out of left field.
I think they just like have no direction and like it starts great. Like it definitely had me in the beginning, you know. She gets kicked out of MIT,
Yeah,
you know, she has to kind of like build her suit from the junkyard. That suit looks sick. I gotta say, all the suits she wore in the series were pretty dope.
yeah,
Like that first one she had that she broke from MIT, that white suit was
yeah.
dope looking. Then she makes, you know, her homemade junkyard suit was like really cool spin on it.
Hmm.
And then, you know, finally she fucking somehow turns a muscle car
Yeah,
into
right.
a fucking yeah. Like Tony Stark didn't even try and do that. Like what the fuck are we talking about? Like
I
how
know.
did you turn a Challenger into a Iron Man suit?
And
Please
then
explain to me how that
and then
works.
learn magic that quickly, as if
Yeah,
Doctor Strange himself probably couldn't have done that. You know,
yeah,
it's yeah, they just did too much. That's the problem
yeah,
with these shows is they have 6 episodes usually, 6 to 8 episodes to do it all, and it's like I don't believe you. I don't believe that this worked out
yeah.
as easily as it kind of did for you.
I do definitely like the whole Mephisto aspect of it.
Yeah,
I do really enjoy that. But I think that it at this point in the time frame of the MCU, we could have waited for that reveal.
yeah.
Because now it's just gonna make everything messy.
Yeah, because it's just going to go right down the same trap of we might never see from Mephisto for another 5 years.
Yeah,
And
because
because,
Mephisto could definitely be like a villain-esque like Doom is and Thanos was. Like you can definitely like plant a seed of Mephisto for a long time and have him be the big bad.
yeah, but
Uh,
but
but they
that's
kind of
but there's
ruined
not
that.
enough projects before Doomsday, and then
Yeah,
potential secret wars after that. So it's like
exactly.
that's not. So if you had to give it a rating, what would you say out of 10?
Out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 5.6. I think it was very mid.
Yeah,
Like very mid.
yeah. When I had it in my head, I said 5.8. So
Yeah.
it's it was all right, but didn't really need it right now. I would have rather another project that connected to Doomsday.
No, me too. But I mean, the thing about this show that really sucked was that after Wakanda Forever came out, I think in 2022 or
Yeah,
2021, whatever it was,
yeah,
this was supposed to come out like the next year after that.
yeah,
But it was finished and it was on the shelf for the last 3 years. And they're like,
yeah.
you know what, fuck it, we just gotta release it or else it's gonna become like stale. Like it's
It's gonna
not
be
gonna
like
be
Blade.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, with Blade though, they haven't even filmed Blade yet.
True,
This one they filmed and it was
true.
just on the shelf waiting for it to be released.
Yeah.
So we'll see what ends up happening. I don't know what's gonna happen with her character in these next couple of movies, especially now that she has, she's gonna have all this scarring from Mephisto. I don't know how you're gonna like get rid of
Oh yeah, and
that plot
she
hole.
just takes a deal at the end. Yeah, the
Yeah,
weirdest
I didn't
thing. I
like
forgot
that she
about
took the
that.
deal.
Yeah.
I thought like Sacha Baron Cohen, who plays Mephisto, he was definitely menacing.
Yes.
Um,
Definitely
I
nailed
really did.
Mephisto.
I definitely really liked that.
Yeah.
I just don't like how she ended up taking the deal at the. I would have liked for her to just be like, fuck, like I don't need you no more.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
No. Exactly.
but whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah. Fuck it, we ball. And kind of switching into a little sports segment we want to talk about. I feel like we haven't talked about in a while. Is the Mets. It's been a couple weeks
Yeah,
since the
I don't
trade
even want to
deadline, which
talk about our
was
Metsies.
it's crazy. Deadline was the 31st or August 1st, I forget. So
Yep.
about 2 weeks ago. And the Mets went big. They got some relievers to shore up the back end. Their starters have not been able to really go past 5 innings, but they're like, hey, if we can get a guy for the sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth, it doesn't really matter how far they go.
Yeah.
They get Helsley from the Cardinals. They go get Tyler Rogers from the Giants, who I think was a great pickup. Love that
Great
guy. I
pickup
miss
because
him.
you're a big Giants fan,
Yeah,
man, you know?
that guy is just sure as nails. I mean, he is so great, and he's been having a great year, so I'll miss him. Um, and then they get Cedric Mullins to go play center, which is an upgrade from Tyrone Taylor, who was
Yeah.
pretty terrible out there hitting wise. Even though Mullins hasn't really turned it on yet. But just they really haven't been able to put it together since the deadline. I mean, I
I
haven't
mean,
seen the 2 months like this from the Mets in, I mean, I guess a couple years,
s-
but
honestly, in a long time, man. Like,
yeah,
I mean, the stretch they're on is just on a generational terrible stretch. I mean, I've been watching the last week and it's just been so hard to watch. I went to the game on Tuesday night. It
yeah,
went up 6-0, and then next thing you know, fucking game over. Like
yeah,
they were up 6-0. They gave up 4 runs. They gave up a grand slam. Now you're down 9-6 in a blink of an eye. It happened within the span of like 10 minutes.
yeah. No, it was. Sorry, I'm gonna move. I'll move back here. I'm sick of standing. Um,
Relocating. Hey,
yeah, relocating. Hold on. Seems like they
welcome
fixed
back.
it. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah, this is now attached. How great.
How great.
Yeah, it was so weird. I fell asleep. They're playing the Braves, who stink. I fall asleep on the couch after a 2 hour rain delay. And they were up 6-0 in what, the fifth? Next thing you know, I wake up and I thought I was dreaming. I had to do a double take. They were down 9-6 in like an inning. I missed a whole
Yeah.
9 run inning. It was insane. So it's just they can't find ways. If the offense finally wakes up, the pitching hasn't been there. If they finally have a lead, the bullpen's actually been blowing it, which they invested in the deadline. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's so bad. It's so bad right now.
It's
It
crazy, man. I really don't get it.
it's going to be quite a disappointment if they miss the playoffs after investing so much money and kind of draft capital.
I know.
And they could. They're only a half game up on the Reds, which is
I know.
they were 20 games over, 21 games over 500. It seemed like the playoffs were a lock. It seemed like the division was a lock.
Dude, I mean, yeah, it seemed like the division was locked. It seemed like I mean, yeah, we were gonna have a little bit of a race with the Phillies, but I thought
Yeah,
like we really were just gonna be in that. But now we've really put ourselves in a hole. Like it's
yeah.
terrible. Now we have to play our best baseball
Hmm.
of the year within the next like last 3 weeks. And if we don't, then we're possibly gonna miss the playoffs, which would be terrible because we did such great moves at the deadline.
Yep.
And Pete Alonso just hit fucking 253. Shout out to him.
That was great.
He
Yeah,
just
shout
broke
out
the
to him.
Mets all-time record, which
Yep.
is like being overlooked because the Mets are playing so terrible.
Yep.
Like, I feel like if the Mets were rocking right now, the winning games, like this would be such a huge thing. But like, I'm just so angry about how terrible they're playing
No,
that
I
like
know.
I'm overlooking how great of an accomplishment it is for Pete to,
I
be
know.
the all-time leader in home runs for the Mets.
Yeah, that kind of came and went because yeah, they've lost 13 of their last 14.
Yep.
They've just lost ground. They might not even make the playoffs, and it's like it's so tough because the fans are actually showing up this year. Cohen called them out. They're actually showing up,
Yeah.
and Mets haven't really shown them a lot. I know they've been good at home, but I mean these
Yeah.
last 2 months. I mean, I keep thinking they got to turn it around, and I'm maybe I'm delusional, but I'm like if you turn it around now, you take it into the playoffs hot. Like
Yeah.
you have to get hot now, but they're showing no signs of it. The starters can't get
I,
past the fifth.
I mean, the bats are showing it. Like, and
Yeah,
which is like the complete opposite. The bats were not showing it. They showing they have fight. Like they're losing or whatever. They come back a little bit and then the bullpen just blows it right again.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
was watching a game on Sunday.
yeah,
They were down 1-0. They come back, they go up 4-1 or whatever.
yeah,
They ended up, then losing the game in like a terrible way. Like they were up, I think at one point like 6-1.
yeah,
Then you end up having the game be tied, and then
yep.
you end up losing the game in the late innings. It's just like it's
I
just
know.
like at what point is too much, man?
I know. I've been seeing some graphics recently of like what the score has been, and it's like the Mets were up like 3-1 in the sixth, 2-0 in the seventh, 6-1 in the third, and it's like say 11 different scores over the last two
Yeah,
weeks. And it's like, would you believe the Mets lost all these
I did
games?
see that
And
too.
it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, how? How are you losing all these? Like I know the Brewers have been red hot, but even when they lost and blew the lead and Diaz gave up that solo homer, it's like that was Diaz's second run he's given up since April. He hasn't given up a run since April, but of course, the one time he gives up another one is when we blow a huge lead and we just needed him to get us to extras. And I'm like, I'm not blaming him, but it's like they're just finding different ways to lose right now. And
Yeah.
they look
Eh,
defeated, a lot of them. I mean, they
I
look
know. I mean, especially when Pete broke the record, I thought that was going to be a fucking
same. Yeah.
I thought that was going to be a kick in the ass for them. And I was like, all right, guys, you got your reasoning now. Go out there and like win. Like
Yeah.
go and win, man. Because
Yeah.
I think this team is built for it, but they're just like they're not built for it right now.
I
But they
know.
could be. They
I
could
know.
be.
That's the worst part is like
Ah,
on paper, obviously it looks great. They got one of the top four, one of the best top four batting, guys in the batting order. And
yep,
you have a decent rotation, that would have liked to address more. But then the bullpen on paper looks like one of the most dominant bullpens. And it's like
yeah,
they haven't been able to go all off at the same time. If,
yeah. Well, I
so
I think too is like I feel like they just haven't been put it in position to succeed at
yeah.
all, which sucks, man. It just
No, you're
really
right.
does.
Yeah.
Um, but we'll see what happens. I know the Yankees also too. They made a couple of like trades at the deadline,
Yeah.
and they also just haven't been great. Like New York baseball, just where we're supposed to be dominating right now. Like we're supposed
Yeah.
to be like competing, both of us. And it's just like it seems that they're also, they're doing a little bit better. At least they're not like losing as many games in a row or blowing leads as like
True.
the Mets are.
True.
You know, they just also seem lost as well.
Yeah, it's been funny looking at like kind of the stats over like the last 40, 50 games. And
Yeah.
it's been like worse records. And it's like, oh, there's the Mets. Oh, there's the Yankees. Oh, and there's the Giants below them. It's like,
Yep.
oh, who's not hitting with runners in scoring position? It's like, oh shit, the Yankees are down there. Oh, Mets are below them. Oh, look at that, the Giants are below them. Oh my God, who's not getting a lot of innings out of pitchers? Whose pitcher ERA is up? It's like, oh yeah, the Mets are doing bad. Oh, Yankees are doing bad. Oh my God, the Giants are doing much worse than both of them.
Dude, all three teams that you like
Dude,
actually follow.
it's been a nightmare to live in this house. Like I feel so bad for Taylor, but I mean, she's also seeing it with the Yankees. Like I'll flip back and forth. Like I'll flip to the
Yeah.
Mets, and I'm like, I can't watch this anymore. They stink. So I'll put on the Yankees. And she's like, I don't want to watch this. Put on the Mets. I'm like, all right, fine. Then the Mets will stink. I'm like, all right, let's try the Giants. Not better at all, folks.
Not better
I
at all.
can't root for one good team right now. So baseball season is done until further notice. I'm
Uh,
focused on football.
yeah, and like both our teams in football, like listen, the only hype that I really have around the Giants is like Jackson Dart, but I'm on the aspect where I don't want to see Jackson Dart touch a football this year, but
And
outside of preseason.
I don't think he will because, I mean, Russell Wilson's the guy. He's the vet.
Yeah,
So
but he's looking
I
terrible. He looked
know.
terrible.
I
And
know.
then,
Then I
I
got
mean,
the
I'm
Jets.
hoping, yeah, then you got the Jets, like, and everybody's saying that they don't have enough depth. You got Garrett Wilson, that's it.
That's it. Justin Fields has no one else to throw to.
Yeah,
And the running game could be good, but I've heard a lot of could be's from the Jets
could be.
in the last 5 years, and could be's
Uh,
has turned to disappointment. So
that's why my fantasy team will be the focal point moving forward.
it has to be. I don't root for teams anymore. I just root for players moving forward
Yeah,
until my teams start rooting for it. And I'm looking forward to fantasy for sure.
yeah,
We
man. I'm
have our
excited.
we have our
Yeah,
draft next
for a
Saturday
draft. Yep.
at Foxwoods. It's going to draft in the casino, so that should be
Yeah.
fun. Get to catch up with some of the guys we haven't seen in a while. Um, One our league commissioner Dan, shout out Dan. I don't know how you commission a league; it's not easy. He paid for a
It's tough.
cameo from Jay Gruden, former
Dude,
at the time Redskins head coach, and he determined our draft order. He sent like Dan sent us a 4 minute video from Jay Gruden on Cameo. I mean, roasting us all for being Jets and
oh,
Giants and Patriots
yeah.
fans. Just for with every pick he gave us, he roasted pretty much all of us.
Yeah, he came
Um,
up with something on the spot, like off the dome is like fucking hilarious too.
Incredible. I mean, it was a great way to do it. I know I have the seventh pick. You have the 11th.
I have the 11th. Yep.
Decent spot, decent spot. Yeah, I like being right in the middle there because I'm always in the middle of both rounds in the snake
Yeah.
draft. So should be fun. Definitely excited for fantasy to ruin my life for the next 7 months because
Yeah, man, me too. Me too.
I usually say I'm only gonna do one league. I end up in three, and
Yep.
I'm just rooting for and against the same people. So
I try and like I try and have like the same people on my teams, even though I
yeah,
get shit on sometimes because they're like, "Oh, you could have picked a better player at this position because, there's less people in this league." But I'm like, I want to try and keep my teams the same so I don't have to root for, God knows so many different people.
yeah. No, that's a good way to do it. And hopefully this weekend I did come in last place last year, so I have to do my blazing hot wings
Oh,
challenge.
I'm so excited for that. So
I
excited.
definitely,
When do you think you're gonna end up doing it?
I think either Saturday or Sunday.
That's crazy.
I'll do it. I'll probably send a picture of my face just bleeding from how hot the wings are. So
Are you gonna have Taylor record it, or are you gonna like maybe like ask Casey to come to record you? At
I don't
least you
think
have like one witness.
I don't think Casey can. If Taylor wants to, she can. But I'll probably like set up a camera and like record the whole thing, and then like maybe just kind of clip it together to show
Oh,
you
I'm
guys
excited.
because I don't think you guys want to see me do that for 5 or 10 minutes.
I do. I do.
All right,
I
well
want to see the whole thing.
I'll bring the edited and unedited version to
Yes.
Foxwoods.
Let's go. Let's go. Huge
Yeah.
hype. Huge hype.
Yes. So definitely excited for fantasy football because
Yeah, man.
baseball's pissing me off.
Yeah, excited for everything, man. Excited for it all.
Yeah,
Excited for it
who
all.
isn't? That's the way to live it.
We try, man. We try.
We really do.
But, you know, um, I think we're pretty much out of time here, Tyler,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I have to head to work. So
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm sorry, folks, too, that this was a kind of crazy episode with these people coming in to fix
honestly,
my
we got a nice tour of the apartment. So
You
I'm
guys did
okay
get
with
a
it.
little impromptu tour. So hopefully you guys can't figure out where I live, but
You don't think they can tell by that air grate behind you?
Yeah, hopefully they don't know that that air grate comes from a certain manufacturer and they only build a certain complex in Connecticut. I mean, if you do, I think I have to tip my cap, unfortunately.
I would be like, tip my cap, steal all my
You
money.
guys did
Thank
the research,
you.
I guess. Yeah, but guys, we appreciate you listening as always. We hope you enjoyed just another lovely episode, and we'll be back soon in another week or so to talk about some more comics, and maybe the Mets will turn around.
Yeah, and if the Mets don't turn it around, I may not be reporting.
I'll be having a new
Yeah,
co-host,
yeah, new call.
and we will no longer be talking sports or
I'm
comics.
I'm gonna have Herbie uh pitch in for me. Also, yo, let me show you this guy real quick before we
Yes.
sign off. Dude, he sings. Can you hear it?
No,
That's so sad.
that's wild.
But yeah, sings the theme song, and then he actually lights up and plays the or puts the logo on the wall. I don't know if you guys can see this. No,
Oh,
you
I saw a
can't.
little bit, a
You
little
see it
bit.
a little bit?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it's on the wall a little bit, but it
Yeah,
has like the logo.
I think that's cool
Pretty
in the
cool.
Galactus one. You got more bang for your buck.
That's what I'm saying. The head screws off. There's the cup. Got a compartment here.
Yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
Got one in the back.
Yeah,
Look at this guy.
this guy's
He's
actually
just the
sick.
man.
Yeah,
He's the man. He's so cute too. Like,
he is very cute.
boop. Now it's off. Cool.
Yeah, so that will be our host in 2 weeks if the Mets don't turn it around. So just get
Yeah,
ready for that.
get ready for the all-timer.
Yep, definitely. But thank you guys again, and peace out.
Yeah, let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets.
Fuck the Mets.